Welcome everybody, my name is Misty / Chronexia, and this is Guess the Anime episode 22. You know, when's the last time we did 21? Last year, I think April 2019. It has been a hot second. So, I am back, top of my game, to shatter you guys once more, because I am an undefeatable champion at this game. My knowledge of anime is just bottomless. It is untapped. I have been awakened. This is my raw power. You've angered daddy. And now I'm back. You always believed you can best me. You try every single tricks in the book. And yet again, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I am untouchable. So, if you don't know how this play, usually I submit a prompt on Twitter, tell you guys to send me gifts. You go ahead, I give you about a week or so to submit them, and then I go through not the entire, as much as I can go library of what you've submitted, and I give you all the inputs you need. So we're gonna go straight off to the races, not trying to buy myself any time. This is from a show called Saki. I believe this is one of the extra episodes that they made. Saki is an anime about mahjong. Essentially, well, generally the character don't look like this. This is chibi skit that they do in the show. So yeah, every single tricks in the book you can think of, people try them. Sometimes people just fish in like the 80s, where I'll admit 80s kind of my weaker side, where I just don't know every single one of them. This is from Love Stage. Love Stage is an anime about a guy that he has a family that works in the industry, the like entertainment industry. Here's a curveball. Dickish move once again. Like, you guys try all of the underhanded tactics to just try to throw me off. Unfortunately for you, I just made a video on gacha games and mobile games, and I happened to have stumbled across this one during my research time. This is from Soccer Spirits. It's not even an anime. It's just a game with an animate-ish trailer. I'm boasting a lot, but truth is, there's probably one in there that I'm not gonna know about. Though it won't be this one. This is another one from the 80s. You guys think I haven't brushed off on my 80s game? Because I realized my weaker side, so I've done a lot more research on them, just so I wouldn't get fucked again. ID of the Alps is an anime from the 70-ish, 72, 74. My favorite underrated anime is not really underrated. It has the rating I think it deserves. Princess Principal is a story about espionage, but in a steampunk-ish kind of setting. It's alright. It has a very niche audience. I think it's a demographic that's not meant for a lot of people, but if it speaks to you, then you're gonna have a good time with this one. This one is, while it loads, it is from an anime called, I think the title is just Cerberus. I think the Japanese one has like a more lengthy title. Does it not just play? There you go. There it goes. It's a garbage show. Don't bother. Don't waste your time on it. You know, there's plenty better shit you can watch that's gonna be well worth more your time. This is just kind of garbage. This gift speaks itself. The image still stands. No, the image is actually a GIF, so it moves a lot. That's a dad joke. You pay for those. Stalling a little bit. This is from Oda Cinnamon Nobunaga. An anime about a dog that is the reincarnation of Oda Nobunaga, a war-famous general. Pretty big name in Japan. This is Madoka Magica. This is Sayaka, which is like the sidekick or like the friend of Madoka in the show. A stunning anime. I think at this point everyone kind of knows about it. Don't need me to tell you about its praises, for sure. This is from FLCL. Fooly Cooly, that's the dad, I'm pretty sure. Great show if you have not seen it. Yeah, this mess up one is a rather obvious one. It's called Cat Soup, and I could never prepare you into watching it. You think this is a decent representation of the show? It is not. It's not even scratching the surface. Cat Soup, you're simply not ready for it. You're never gonna be. This is from Twin Star Exorcist, I think. It's something Exorcist. I think it is. It's an alright show. It's not great. It's not fascinating. It's not especially bad. It's just kind of in the middle. This one is also based on a mobile game. They didn't make an anime out of it, so I will not fault you for using it. It's called Ensemble Stars. It's essentially guy idols. Knowing my audience, knowing my demographic on my channel, I don't expect anyone to actually go out of their way and pick this one up. Wish this anime would get a second season. Yeah, that was a great one. Princess Jellyfish. Actually, if you go ahead and read the manga, there is an actual closure to the story, so I kind of am with you. They would deserve a somewhat of a sequel, or like not even a sequel. Give me like 2 or 3 OVAs just to wrap up like whatever's missing. This is from another mobile game, because apparently you guys are all into that right now. Maybe it has something to do with the fact I made a gacha video. Have you seen it? Put a lot of work in that one. You should check it out. But yeah, this is from Honkai Impact 3rd, a game I've sponsored in the past. A game that I think is quite stunning all in itself. And also, the anime adaptation they made is called Cooking with Valkyrie, which is not that. This is purely the game. But Cooking with Valkyrie is a very slice of life, wholesome cooking show of like 5 minutes episodes. I have made like an actual review of that show if you're looking into it. But besides that, good game. Are you my dad? Because I think this is the only anime my dad has seen. It's called Goldorak. Oh, in English it's called Goldorak. I think in Japanese it's I forgot. We called it Goldorak here in Canada, and it's a show my dad really liked. Another show that I've been told about that I've not particularly seen past the first episode. It's called Black Cat. It is an anime my friend Joey the Anime Man, perhaps you know of him, praises constantly. Black Cat is a great show, or so he says. God, can you guys not get a proper quality of Gifs? This is killing me more than just actually watching the thing. I wasn't too sure until you actually saw the face of the main character. This was actually the protagonist of the show, called Tsugumomo. I think this may possibly be the sequel, which is called Tsugumomo. And for law purposes, I will not recommend this to anyone, because I don't approve of having underage character being naked. Does this count? Yeah, I'll allow it. It is on Netflix, so it narrows my margin of error tremendously. This is from... I just have to go mentally in my library of what show are on Netflix, and it's not ID Zero, it's definitely not Seven Deadly Sins. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Dragon Prince, final answer. Yeah, God. I hate when you guys go in the 80s and like the early... I know it. I still know it. You think I was gonna say Speed Racer? It's not Speed Racer. It looks like Speed Racer. It's not Speed Racer. It's actually Gundam, the original Gundam. You think Gundam? I made a chronexiology of it. I keep plugging my stuff in hopes that you're just gonna pick a second video after this, so you're gonna watch it. Gotta build that time, that watch time. Next one. This is... You thought I was gonna say Beastar, eh? No, it looks like Beastar, but it's actually called Gikan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. A story about a guy who writes a subscription magazine. I think it's a manga he writes. And he has to write for a shoujo audience, which is a girl audience, but he has very little knowledge of girls. So he used the help of a friend of his to serve as a template of research. This is called Burnout Axis. It's an anime about police force, but they're dealing with, well, as you can attest by yourself, some supernatural elements. The girl is not actually 70 feet tall. She's just been gigantified because she is a Pokemon. Just log post. It's from One Piece. This is the only hint you really need. Mechas can be a little bit tricky, but I'm assuming this is the same person that sent me the previous one earlier. This is also from Gundam. But this one is not from the original. It's from, I think, F91. I'm gonna go with F91. Okay, here we go. Here's one that I'm not actually sure 100% of. Well, I just don't know. Dogs usually are rather obvious, and I can generally pinpoint them, but this one seems like, I don't know, it's a very limited GIF interaction. I can't really judge. Okay, an anime from Funimation. Again, very helpful. Kind of helps narrowing out the pool a little bit. This is actually the only hint I need is the ring on his hat. It's from an anime called Gunsword. Yeah, no, for sure. This is ID 0. ID invaded. Yeah. It's ID. It's an alright show. It's also on Netflix if you want to pick it up. Akuma no Riddle, a story about a girl that somehow ends up amidst and I think it's an assassination dorm, and every single one of them is tasked into killing her. It's been a while since I've seen it. Oh, this is one of the recent one. I like it a lot. And surprisingly, not a lot of people are talking about it. It's called Appare Ranman, and it's the story of a samurai and an inventor from Japan that are stranded at sea and end up in, I think it's California. And they have to do a race all the way to New York. Kind of like The Amazing Race, except it's in a car. It could be either. It could be either Captain Tsubasa, although the art style doesn't really match, or it could be Inazuma 11. I think it's that one. I have not seen either, but I recognize it's not Captain Tsubasa's art style. And I don't know any other soccer anime. Football anime. Look, fight me, I live in Canada, we call it soccer. Oh, that's super obvious. That's a Hellgirl, Jingoku Shoujo. Deal with the devil kind of anime where you get a wish but you lose your soul in exchange, and it's often episodic in the sense that every new episode is a new case. It's oldie. It seems to be happening in America because of the palm tree. Usually Japan is not renowned for having them. So my guess is gonna be California Crisis. Have you heard of it? It's a very old show. Yeah, that one's great. I can't understand what my husband is saying. An anime rather short about a office working woman that has fallen in love with a very weird otaku guy, and they don't really see eye to eye, but it's very sweet. It's slice of life-ish. It has a fair amount of comedy in it. I don't get it. Why would you... Okay, so first of all, this show, my show, is called Guess the Anime. Why do you guys insist on taking non-anime stuff? Because let's assume, first of all, let's assume that you actually managed to best me, because I don't know about this answer, which, for the record, I do know about. But let's assume you do best me with a non-anime selection. Do you feel proud? For the record, this is called Critical Role. It's a Western comic adaptation. No, it's not an adaptation. It's a comic anime. It's not anime. It's a cartoon. Would you qualify it as a cartoon? It's made by Matthew Mercer, Sam Riegel, and Laura Bailey. Been a long time big fan of Laura Bailey, so I follow her on Twitter, and I saw her talk about this a bunch of times, so I know about it. Critical Role, check it out. I've heard nothing but good review out of it. Wild Arms, based on the very acclaimed franchise of video games Wild Arms 1 through 5. Possibly 6 if they ever make a sequel. My favorite one is Wild Arms 4. I like the weird hexagon battle system. It's fun. Why'd you keep taunting me? I know it. Gravity Rush is a game on PS2. No, PS Vita. It's not on PS2. I think they have made a port on PlayStation consoles, but originally I think it was on PSP and PS Vita. I think this one is there's like 3. It's not Card Fight Vanguard. It's not, obviously it's not Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the other one. Future Card Buddy Fight, I think is the name. Never seen it. Yojo Senki, Tanya of the Evil. You've heard of it? You've heard the praises of either myself or a bunch of people. It's a good show. It's called Mahotsukai no Yome, an anime about fantasy elements. It's very sweet. It has some cool moments. It has a stunning visual. You think it's a basketball anime, but actually it's from a show called Karakuri Circus, and it's about a circus troupe that does circusry. Don't Google the word, it doesn't mean anything. You probably have seen a decent amount of shoujo anime, but I'll make this harder. With Fruits Basket? How hard can it get, really? An anime that originally came out in, I want to say 2001. I'll look it up, just trust me, I think it's 2001. And recently made a reboot / sequel where it follows the manga more closely. I'll be thoroughly surprised if you get this one. Prepare your Pikachu shock face, because this is from Koku no Brynhilder, an anime that I think is just aight at best. This is a good one I can recommend. Comic Girls. Comic Girls is a sweet show with great comedy, jokes on points, and the cast is likable. It's a little bit slice of life-ish, but the comedy outweighs it, I think. Point is, Fate Khalid. You've heard of it. You know the Fate franchise at this point. This is from Dragonar? It's a garbage anime. Why would you send me this? Who hurt you? Oh, we talked about like girl exclusive anime. This is another one of them. Number 6. It's an okay show. It has a lot of sexual tension between 2 guys. That's probably why the girls like it. Ah, that's a classic. Arslan Senki. A grand adventure about a prince that gets thrown out of his kingdom and then tries to retrieve it. Sankaria, an anime about a guy that likes a girl, but he's into zombie, and then, spoiler, although not really a spoiler because it happens in the first episode, and she dies, but she get reborn as a zombie, and then you get weird. Voice of Fox. Voice of Fox is a cutesy show. I like the art. I think the characters were neat, and it's a little bit on the slow pace kind of side, but I would definitely recommend it. This is Kuzu no Honkai. Kuzu no Honkai is an anime In English, it's called Scum's Wish. And it's just people making bad decisions together. Girl likes a guy, guy likes a girl. They're kind of unrequited love, so they end up together. And they do the nasty. But they think about the person they like in the meantime. Lollies are for panning, not fabbing. Well, thank you, PETA. That was a great PSA. Well, clearly this has been memeified, but the original... pretty sure the original is from Dansai Bunri no Crime Hedge, or the Severing Crime Hedge. An anime about a guy that has a fascination for girls' hair, and a girl that I think her hair cannot be cut. And because of that, they tag team, and there's a little bit battle royale-ish. I'm not too sure on this one. I'm like 95% sure on this one. I want to say it's from Haganai. Haganai is, I think that's like his sister, and then the other blonde girl is Senna. I'm very confident it is. The eyes are really similar. I wasn't too sure on this one, but the background really sold it. Flip Flappers. This one I like it a lot. Gakuen Babysitter. That art style is very Detective Conan. Pointy nose, pointy chin, very angular eyes. It's got Detective Conan written all over it. That's one I actually don't know about. If I had to toss a wild guess in, Nadia's Secret of Blue Water, but I genuinely don't know this one. Oh, I love this one. This is one of my guilty pleasure. Mayochiki. I do have the DVD back in the top row there. Cute show. It has a very fun synergy between the main characters, and it's very endearing. I like it. That's got some like diabolic lovers vibe going in. I'm not too sure about this one. I am sure about this one though. This is Hanamaru Yochien. Hanamaru Yochien is a very sweetish, cute-ish anime, and has a very satisfying ending. I remember really liking the way they wrapped up the story. It was neat. Can't go through every single one of them. There's like over 200 submissions, unfortunately, and I talked for a lot of them. So, Kekai Sensen, let's do a blitz attack. Yuri. That's the main character from Peter Grill and The Philosopher's Time. Is one of the recent show that came out where the girls are weird monster-like and you see them titties. And the last one, yeah, let's do the last one. This is Bokura ga Ita, an anime that I have loathed so much. And the story is a lot of pussyfooting, Japanese romance story, where not a lot going on, lots of pointless drama. The girl kind of puts her nose where she doesn't belong, and overall it was not an enjoyable watch. So yeah, once again, you've tried, once again, you've failed. Better luck next time. We're gonna do another one eventually, but in the meantime, just lick your wounds and think about something that you may be able to throw me off with, because out of what, like how many did we do? 100? One potentially got me? Maybe 2? Yeah, I think 2. I think a 95% ratio is a good vibe, but you tell me. Once again, I've been Misty / Chronexia, the bottomless anime knowledge bald head. And if you enjoyed this episode of Guess the Anime and you want to see me do more of those, you can always go back in time. You've probably not seen every single 20 episodes I've made, but in case you have, I'll think about doing another one, probably sooner than next year. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
The hard times, I've been on the wrong side, I've been ashamed. So many memories, you know I'd like to change.